In a world hungry for real-life heroes, one name is echoing across Africa: Traoré. From humble beginnings to becoming a symbol of hope, strength, and resilience, his story is inspiring a new generation. But who is Traoré, and what makes him stand out as a rising hero? Whether it's his bold leadership, his impact on the youth, or his fight for justice, Traoré is not just making headlines, he's making history. In this video, we dive deep into his journey, uncover the challenges he's faced, and explore the powerful legacy he's building. Get ready to be inspired by a story that goes beyond borders and speaks to the heart of Africa's future. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss stories that matter. Let's uncover why Traoré is more than a name. He's a movement. This video explores the rise of Traoré as a symbol of strength, leadership, and hope in Africa. It delves into his actions, impact on society, and why many see him as a heroic figure shaping Africa's future amid political and social change. The emergence of a young revolutionary, Ibrahim Traoré, a military captain, born in 1988, became the president of Burkina Faso in September 2022, following a coup that ousted interim president Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. What shocked many was not just the coup itself. Burkina Faso has experienced multiple coups, but the figure who led it, a 34-year-old army officer with a reputation for bravery and integrity. Traoré didn't come from a wealthy family or a political dynasty. He was a soldier deeply embedded in the ongoing struggle against jihadist insurgencies that plagued the Sahel region. Frustrated by the inefficiency, corruption, and complacency of previous administrations, he took matters into his own hands with a clear goal: liberate his country from insecurity, foreign control, and neo-colonial influences. Anti-colonial stance. The new face of Pan-Africanism. One of the most significant reasons Traoré resonates so strongly with many Africans is his firm anti-colonial and anti-imperialist rhetoric. Burkina Faso, like many West African nations, has long been under the shadow of French influence. From controlling monetary policy through the CFA franc to military interventions and economic dependency, France has maintained a tight grip on its former colonies. Traoré, however, made a bold departure. He expelled French military forces, suspended cooperation with foreign actors deemed counterproductive, and aligned more closely with other African nations embracing sovereignty and self-determination. His call for Africa to control its own resources, develop its own defense systems, and protect its cultural identity has reawakened Pan-African sentiments once championed by historical figures like Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, and Patrice Lumumba. A voice for the youth. With over 60% of Africa's population under the age of 25, there is a growing generational divide in leadership. Traoré, being in his mid-30s, is not only relatable to the youth, but also speaks their language, literally and metaphorically. He represents a shift from gerontocratic leadership to a new wave of youthful, energetic, and determined governance. Under Traoré's leadership, many young Africans feel heard for the first time in decades. His military fatigue uniform, his calm demeanor, and his unwavering dedication to national service symbolize a new era, one where service comes before self-interest. His popularity across West Africa has soared, particularly among university students, civil society groups, and young professionals seeking inspiration and courage to challenge the status quo. Regional leadership and strategic alliances. Traoré's rise is not occurring in a vacuum. The Sahel region, encompassing countries like Mali, Niger, and Chad, has become a flashpoint for military-led governments frustrated with international interference and Islamic insurgencies. In recent years, Mali and Niger also experienced military takeovers by leaders echoing similar sentiments. Rather than isolate himself, Traoré has worked to build stronger alliances with these neighboring countries. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have established a strategic alliance called the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, focusing on mutual defense, economic cooperation, and joint policies free from Western dictates. This regional solidarity enhances Traoré's image as not just a national leader, but a continental visionary, pushing for African solutions to African problems. Resource nationalism and economic independence. Africa is rich in resources, gold, oil, uranium, lithium, and more. Yet its populations remain impoverished due to decades of exploitation and unequal trade agreements. Traoré has been outspoken about resource sovereignty, advocating that African nations must control, refine, and benefit from their natural wealth. Burkina Faso is one of Africa's top gold producers, yet much of its gold has historically benefited foreign corporations. Traoré is pushing for policies that prioritize local industries, regulate mining activities, and ensure the wealth benefits citizens. Though the journey is long, his public stance has earned him admiration and hope among those yearning for a break from economic dependency. Restoring national pride. Amid chaos, Burkina Faso has been battling terrorism since 2015, with thousands of lives lost and millions displaced. Many areas remain under siege by extremist groups. However, since Traoré took over, his government has mobilized thousands of volunteers through the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland (VDP) initiative and increased military campaigns to reclaim lost territories. Though challenges remain, many citizens feel more protected and motivated than before. By empowering local communities and standing alongside them, Traoré has become more than a leader. He's a symbol of resistance and hope in a war-weary nation. The Thomas Sankara legacy. It is impossible to talk about Traoré without mentioning Thomas Sankara, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso in the 1980s. Often referred to as Africa's Che Guevara, Sankara championed anti-corruption, women's rights, self-sufficiency, and anti-imperialism before his assassination in 1987. Traoré has openly drawn inspiration from Sankara, even calling him a guiding figure. Many citizens and observers see Traoré as a continuation of Sankara's interrupted vision. His refusal to live lavishly, his humble persona, and his clear political messaging have led many to dub him the new Sankara. Media strategy and symbolism. Traoré's rise has also been amplified by the media, both traditional and digital. Social media platforms are flooded with memes, fan pages, and clips praising his speeches and actions. His image, often showing him in simple military attire, holding Burkina Faso's flag, or surrounded by his people, has become iconic in Pan-African circles. Unlike older leaders who fear transparency, Traoré has embraced a people-first media approach, allowing his message to reach far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. Challenges and criticism. While Traoré's popularity is undeniable, he is not without his critics. Detractors question whether military governments can genuinely transition to democracy or if they risk becoming authoritarian. Some worry about the suppression of dissenting voices or a potential lack of political pluralism. Moreover, Traoré faces monumental challenges: poverty, insecurity, infrastructure development, and regional instability. How he balances power consolidation with democratic values will ultimately determine whether he remains a hero or becomes another strongman, a symbol of a new Africa. Despite the hurdles, Ibrahim Traoré stands as a powerful symbol of Africa's yearning for sovereignty, unity, and leadership that serves the people. He represents a younger, bolder, and more assertive generation of Africans ready to break free from colonial legacies and chart a new path forward. His hero status doesn't stem from mere rhetoric. It comes from action, conviction, and a clear alignment with the hopes of ordinary people. As African nations grapple with the complex realities of modern geopolitics, Traoré's model, rooted in self-reliance, integrity, and patriotism, offers a compelling blueprint. Traoré's journey is still unfolding. Whether he remains a beacon of hope or succumbs to the difficulties of leadership remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: he has captured the imagination of a continent, and for now, he stands tall as Africa's rising hero. In a world where true leadership is rare and where authenticity often gives way to compromise, Ibrahim Traoré's emergence signals a bold new era, one where Africa might just find the strength to define its own destiny. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.